Hello, welcome back to the second in a series of webinars on the Future Tracks program and La Trobe University, studying your bachelor. So my name's Sally Trudgeon, I'm from Future Tracks.
Hi, and I'm Catherine Ham from La Trobe University.
And this webinar is about, so you've made a decision, you are going to upskill. What do I do now? So, Catherine, I'm going to ask Catherine a series of questions to help you understand what you need to do to apply and be accepted into all the elements of this program. So, first step is, what do we need to do with La Trobe?
Okay, so first of all, I'll run you through the application process on the webpage. So just keep in mind that this is for Victoria. So this program is eligible for Victorian Early Childhood Teacher registration. If you're in another state, you'll need to check the registration requirements in your own state. Okay, so I'll just do a little bit of screen sharing and we will have a look at what's required. So when you pop onto the homepage of La Trobe and start to do a search, so Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, this is the course that you need to select. It's not the Bachelor of Early Childhood and Primary, so make sure you choose Bachelor of Early Childhood Education. So there we are. There's a little bit of an overview of the course. You will all get advanced standing, or credit for 1.5 years, so you only need to complete 2.5 more years. So there's just a little bit of information here. You are not applying through VTAC, you're applying directly to the university. So let's have a little look at that. We'll click on the apply now. And just checking through some information around your citizenship status. So the course is open to Australian citizens, Australian permanent residents and New Zealand residents, New Zealand citizens. So there's just a little bit of information now. It doesn't take long to complete the application and you usually are notified quite quickly. Please make sure you have an electronic copy of your Diploma of Early Childhood Education and Care because you'll need to upload this to the site. So let's get started. Have you previously had an online application? You say no. We'll start a new application. You'll put in your personal details, so your email address, your title, your first name, all of that information here, date of birth. Create yourself a password because you might need to pop back in and have a look at your application if you haven't already got one. So you'll answer no, unless you have actually been a student at La Trobe University before. So then say yes and hopefully you'll have your student number. Just all the basic information about addresses, your residency status. Most of this information is collecting statistics. Now I'm just going to see if it'll let me go forward without putting any information. No. So I might just quickly make up some information. Here we are. Oh, I won't be able to because I've used as a login before.
Login me.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let Sally pretend to be a student. Away she goes.
Ah. Okay. Nope.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Yeah.
And this is why it takes 20 minutes. Because I type with 2 fingers.
So there you go, everybody. You're getting a live example.
That's exactly right.
On how to do it.
First name, not surprisingly, is Sally.
Okay, so you can get rid of me.
Just so everyone knows, that's my middle name.
You don't have to put all of that in. That's so just so that you know, you only have to do the ones that are starred.
Okay, all right. Does everyone want to know?
A different make up a dodgy one. Yeah, but everybody else, you do your proper one.
I was born in 2000. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. No.
You probably were born a bit early.
I was. Remember that time? There we go. So and my password can be this. Blah, 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 blah.
So, yeah, so where it's not starred, you don't have to do it. Let's just make up somewhere. Yeah.
It's not a place.
You have to make up a different postcode there. Excellent.
Enough?
Okay, so I don't think we need to do the rest. You're an Australian citizen.
I am indeed.
Yes. You're an
Yep.
Oh yeah, you don't have. Well, that's crazy anyway. Oh yeah, you don't have to do that. Oh yeah. So you were born in Australian. No, there must be.
Let's go down to AU.
Yeah. Okay, do you speak English at home?
I do. I don't speak anything else, sadly.
All right. Okie dokes. Are you?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Are you a current member of Australian Defence Force? No. All right, let's go. Oh, what did we do? Oh,
Future Tracks. It's an S.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So this is what happens if you get a little mistake.
Dear.
You just go back. It's all good. This is live filming, everybody. All right. So this is a little bit that stumps people sometimes. It doesn't matter whether you have completed Year 12 or not. It's not an application requirement, but it's just collecting data for the university.
Let's say I haven't, just approved.
Okay, so you haven't, Sally. So what the highest level did you get to? So we'll say if you didn't complete.
Oh, sorry. I got to Year 10.
Okay. Why is
That's the upper row.
That's weird.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to Year 10.
Let's say Year 10. And so then you got to diploma here. And you completed that in
2014.
Yes. And is it saying no to us? Does that mean because you? Anyway, so in here you would write your diploma of education.
Of early childhood education.
Oh yes, that's right. Of early childhood education and care. You would write your student ID at whatever, we're just going to make one up. And you did it at
Chisholm, surely.
Chisholm. Oh, it's not letting me look. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. And your final year was 2014 and you completed it.
You might have to click on Chisholm and it didn't accept it. Yeah. Oh no. Pick a different one then. Chisholm Institute of TAFE.
Anyway, it's maybe not recognised as student ID. Anyway, so then you add this.
Oh yeah.
And you keep doing down. You don't have a disability. You would put in some information about your parents. Again, it's just collecting statistics. So don't be too worried about that. So highest level of your parents?
Bachelor, I don't know.
Bachelor. Second parent, I made an assumption that one of your parents was female.
That was a good assumption.
Yes, but I shouldn't have done that. Yes, yes.
Well, let's just pretend the other one's female too.
All right then.
You never know, you're like in a big city.
Yeah.
And she got a postgraduate qualification. There
we go. So you would also write where you work. So Sally works here at Future Tracks.
Make sure you put in not just the service name, but if it's a large employer, a large long daycare employer, do let us know if it's a Good Start, if it's a G8, if it's a Guardian, anything like that.
Sally's worked here for this time, and she works full time. And actually,
that's my position.
I wrote that.
I'm an educator.
You're an educator, and you work at Future Tracks. And she works with Lucy.
Yeah. See who's the CEO.
Okay. Again, we don't have to really. There's no red stars here, so you don't have to put in all this information. So we might leave that. We'll keep going. All right, so the course type is undergraduate, and it is a Bachelor of Early Childhood Education. It comes up for you, so that's what you want. You don't want the early childhood and primary education at Bendigo or Shepparton. You want the online course. That's it. And if you're looking at this video now, you'll probably be looking to start in study period 1 in 2020. So that's in January. So we'll add course to application. So that's very good. We'll tick that box and then we'll say next. This is where you would attach your copy of your diploma. So you would just write here, diploma of, I'm just going to, oops, if I can type. So you're going to write the name of the diploma, and then you're going to have it ready on your desktop. So you're going to click here, choose a file, and then upload it. I won't do that right now. Then you'll hit next. And here you are, Sally. Look, you're nearly there. Here's all your information. So it's just checking through. It's a final summary. You'll do all these things. And then, so just make sure that you're happy with all of that and that your documents are here. Click next. And then here's some information again about higher education support. So I provide the university consent to ask information. So it's about HECS, basically. It's about your HECS funding. So you agreeing to that, Sally?
Yep.
Okay. And you agree that the information is complete?
Yep.
Yes. Now, I'm not going to submit it because otherwise Sally will get an offer to the course, which, I don't know, maybe you might think about doing, but not now. So otherwise, and so this is the last moment, then you would submit it. So after that, you would get a confirmation email. It generally takes quite a short time for your application to be considered, depending on how many applications that the admissions team get, but right now it's taking quite a short time. So you should expect to hear back in less than a week about whether your application was successful. So that's how to do a La Trobe application. That didn't take quite 20 minutes.
Not at all, even with me typing.
Yeah. So let's have a look now. I'm going to stop sharing this page and we'll have a look now at the Future Tracks application.
One point that I did want to make is that doing an application is the first step. Once you have been accepted, then you have to do an enrolment. So we'll talk about that another time. But just so you know, once the application is accepted, you then have to follow a process of enrolment.
Yes, and all of that information is available in your offer email. It tells you exactly what you need to do, what subjects you need to enrol in, and how to go about that.
Yep. So that's easy peasy. So once you've put in your application, we're going to go to the Future Tracks website.
Yep. Let's have a little look at that.
We might need to go.
Is it here?
No.
All right, hang on a second.
Bear with us.
Bear with us, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
There we go.
Yeah.
I should be able to find it.
There you go.
Okay, here we are at the Future Tracks website. Over to you, Sally.
So Future Tracks is a very easy one to apply to. futuretracks.org.au. This is the homepage you'll come to. Scroll down. Enrolling for uni in 20. Whoop, there you go. So it'll get to an online form, and all you need to do is go through and fill in all the details. I'm not going to go through them all because they're all really quite simple, but actually I am. I'm going to do some of them. So so we can get to the next couple of pages. No, that's not me. So there will be some questions that will be the same. That's because we're two different organisations and we need to collect the information from you separately. We can't necessarily share your information without your permission, so that's why we do that. Yes, I've completed that. Am I from regional remote? Again, this is statistics. No, I don't. What draws you to this career? Like to make a difference. Where did you hear about Future Tracks? Well, that's a bad example. Social media. And then you go on to the next page. You put in your semester details. In which state are you studying to apply your degree? Now, that seems like it's a double up because there was a question before about which state are you residing in, but that's in case somebody wants to, they're currently residing in Victoria, but they're moving, let's say, to New South Wales for the start of next year. So that's why we have that. And have you put in, this is a first preference. Again, that's statistics. It makes no difference. So you go through all the things. There will be a couple of opportunities for you to upload things, evidence and stuff like that. So the email you get back from Trobe, for example, is evidence that you've been offered a place in the Trobe course. That's all we need to know. When you've done that, there will be a submit button at the bottom. You submit and you will get an automatic email saying we're assessing. And then once we get the chance to assess you and everything's like you've done the right diploma, for example, and you're eligible for Future Tracks, we unfortunately can't fund or assist anyone who's not an Australian citizen. So international students, we're not able to, unfortunately, assist you. But they're the only things that would knock you out. And once you've been approved, then you'll get an email saying, yay, you're a part of Future Tracks.
Woohoo! Very exciting.
One more application to go.
All right. So getting there, you don't have to do them all in the same day. That's okay. All right. So let's now have a look at how to apply for the government scholarships. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, here we are, found it. As you might be aware, the Victorian Government are offering financial support to study and work in early childhood. So if you're upgrading from a diploma to a degree, and again, you need to apply for that scholarship. So this is the home page, so have a look.
Sorry, I wonder if you can just click without unsharing on that one.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I might be able to. Here we go.
Yay.
Here we are.
Sorry.
So,
that's not what I was thinking. Sorry.
Yep. So the early childhood, so the department is giving you the opportunity to have some funding to upskill. So they offer you 3 payments. So the first one is proof of confirmed enrolment into the course. So once you get confirmation from Trobe, so
of enrolment
into your subjects, so not just that you're accepted into the course, but you've actually enrolled in your subjects for that study period. You would send that. You would have that as part of your application. Your second milestone payment is after you have finished the course, and so obviously you have received your degree. And the evidence that, so the university will obviously send you completion information. And then you get a third payment after you have completed a certain period of time working in the early childhood field. I believe at the moment it's 12 months. Yeah. Yeah. So those are the arrangements under which you would get the money. So you need to be aware of what those milestones are and ensure that that is something that you are able to commit to, because if you can't commit to it, then you won't be eligible for the funding. So let's have a look at how you might apply. So you come here to this website, so education.vic.gov.au, and then it's early childhood professionals and then financial support. So you click into here, and this is then where you begin to put in your details. So this is what I need to make sure that you understand. You need to register. So put in this information, click register, and then you'll get some login information. So then you need to come back to this home page with the login information and then continue on to complete the application. Just registering is not part of the application process. That's the pre-step that you need to do. So you have to register, then come back with that information and log in, and then continue on to complete the application. So I think it's pretty straightforward once you get in there.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. I said scratching my head. So that's basically the 3 different processes that you need to follow to start. There is the information to finish the enrolment component of the La Trobe course will be in your application approval documentation. And whilst we can't offer financial advice, there is the option in there that you need to choose one of 2 options, which is to pay your university fees up front or to defer your HECS. So you will attract money, you will attract a bill to pay for your degree. And at the end of the Vic government funding, that money that you will have paid to La Trobe will be covered by the Vic government funding. However, in terms of the timing of when it drops, you will need to either pay it up front first or defer your HECS before the payments come in from. So
just on that note, Sally, you can change how you choose to pay your HECS from semester to semester. So you can absolutely defer your payments every semester and then pay back your HEC fees afterwards once you get the government funding. Or look, if your financial situation is different, you can pay your HECS fees up front and then perhaps reimburse yourself with the government funding. But so you can change the way that you choose to do that each semester. But there will be some more advice on that from La Trobe if you need it.
Okay, and that winds up our. Anything else you want to say on this one?
No, I think hopefully that video makes it easy to follow those 3 application processes, and we look forward to reading your applications.
Yay!
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.